We arrived to bag G, the front end assembly. And like always, let's cut our contents out of the bags, place them on the table. Therefore, we have full access to what it is we need to get this build complete. Much like the rear end assembly, we're going to be attaching our hinge pin braces, front and rear side of that front assembly, our sway bars as well, and the set screw that goes in it. Be careful not to over tighten. We do want some movement of the sway bar. As we grab our front end hub, we're going to attach our sway bar and the sway bar cap to protect it while it moves in the housing. Screw our inset screws in, locking it down into place. These can be screwed into a snug fit. There is a place for that small ball on the sway bar to sit, so be mindful to set that appropriately dead center of the sway bar so you can have it fit appropriately in the cap when you put it on. From here, we're going to slide on our rod ends and ball links. We did this step back at the rear end assembly, so this should be quite familiar in the build series. We always attach a little bit of thread lock when screwing metal to metal. This helps to hold those ball links and rod ends in place. And we'll snap on our links. They have a particular tool for this, or you can use your needle nose pliers to get the job done. Refer to your manual as always when setting the inserts. We're going with the center position for the insert that goes into the hinge pin brace. If we need later adjustments, we can always go back and put newer inserts in, but this is just a standard insert setup. Once again, we start to get our screws inserted. A lot of wrenching going on here, so if you have an electric driver, it can be helpful to use. It can help definitely speed up the process. Here we're inserting our droop screws. Droop screws will allow the suspension arm to either hang really low because the screw will be screwed all the way in, and then when it makes contact in the chassis, it will really put those suspension arms up high. And if you release the droop screw, it'll allow them to drop lower. So find what's appropriate for you. Looking at a few setup sheets can help you see what the other pros are doing. Here, as we finish off the rear portion of the front end assembly, we want to add 2 of the spacers just after inserting the hinge pins. Each side. Then we insert the hinge pin brace. Be mindful that it is the C block with the little lip at the end of it. From here, we look to secure that in position with our screws. Tightening down on the screw. Once again, the electric driver can definitely be of assistance. And if you choose to use that, use it about 3/4 of the way or 80% of the way, and then tighten the last bit of it with your hand because you get a little more feedback. And you'll know when you've reached the end, and then you don't over tighten and strip the casing as a result. After we fix the links on to the sway bar, there's a little ball attachment that goes at the end of the link as we insert that into the suspension arm. And from here, we find the holes, line them up, and get our screw inserted, and we tighten that down. And once you've screwed and tightened down the screws, you have then completed the front end assembly. And you're ready to move on.